Hi everyone, my name is Tarfa and I will be presenting Wikxhibit, a tool that allows anyone to create flashy presentations and show off their Wikidata. Wikidata spent so much effort and did an amazing job curating their data, and people interact with this data through the Wikidata pages as well as the Wikidata query service and the API for programmers. But sometimes people want to interact and view the data in different ways, and accordingly, some developers have created a number of cool applications that allow people to search and view Wikidata. But every one of these applications were built by advanced programmers, and while they're mainly presenting and interacting with Wikidata, some of these tools interact with other websites as well. So you can imagine the amount of work that those programmers have to put to integrate these data from different websites. With Wikxhibit, we want to empower anyone, even non-programmers, to create cool presentations of Wikidata and without programming. We were able to create a number of applications that access Wikidata and other sources of data, and each of these applications was created by authoring a single HTML document and without any additional programming. We were able to do so by building Wikxhibit on Wikidata, as well as on an HTML templating language and a web API access layer. And in the next couple of slides, I will be showing you a number of these applications that we've created. One of these applications is an art gallery application that allows you to search for a painter and browse their paintings. Another application is a game to guess the names of countries from their flags and other data about them, with the data being read from Wikidata. And this is a more powerful application that shows general information about an artist as well as their albums, tracks, and videos. You can go to the Wikxhibit website where you can find the demos that we've just shown you and others that we've created. You can play with these applications and you can view the HTML source of these applications and modify it to create your own. So how does it work? So we've created this JavaScript library that understands a few new attributes, and you can include it in the head section of your HTML document. And now I will show you how to use this library and its new attributes in your HTML document to create the art gallery application. We first need to enable the library functionalities using the MV-app div. Second, we need to connect our application to Wikidata. Now we need to tell our application that we want to get paintings from Wikidata by specifying the type of items we want to show and in which language. And then we use this input property in order to collect the name of a painter that we would like to show. And here's where we describe a template for each of the paintings we would like to display. And we do this by specifying which Wikidata properties we want to include, in this case the label and image, and how we want to show them. And if we want to display multiple paintings, we use the MV multiple attribute, which will then make a copy of the template for each of the items that we're displaying. Just like with paintings, we can do this with movies. And what I'm showing you here is information about a single movie. But we all know that Wikidata consists of linked data. Each movie is linked to cast members who all have their own properties. So what if I also want to show or display those items' properties? Well, with Wikxhibit, you can just refer to those other items' properties easily inside the cast member movie property. Now, this page is made of data that comes entirely from Wikidata. But a more powerful application might also want to draw data from elsewhere on the web as part of what it displays. So for example, if I want to show information about this artist, sure, I would want to show information about them from Wikidata, but I also might want to show their albums and play their music from Spotify, play their videos from YouTube, and list their upcoming events from Songkick. Now we know that music, videos, and events information is not provided by Wikidata. But what's really cool about Wikidata is that it provides external identifiers for this item on all these other websites. And given that Wikidata items link to these other external sources of data, it provides this notion of uniform identifier that Wikxhibit uses to query the APIs of these websites in order to fetch more data from them. So now using the Wikidata ID or actually any other external ID that represents this item, Wikxhibit uses these identifiers to fetch the data about this artist from all of these different websites. So if there's a Spotify artist ID provided by Wikidata for this artist, then Wikxhibit uses this ID and query the Spotify API, and then provides the user with the Spotify artist property or object that is filled with all of the properties that are fetched from the Spotify API. And similarly, if Wikidata provides a YouTube channel ID and a Songkick artist ID. And if you're thinking that HTML can be tedious when we're dealing with a lot of properties, then in addition to our demos that you can copy, we've also built this simple interface that can help you get started with your application. All you need to do is specify the properties and their values to query Wikidata, then choose the properties you're interested in showing, then we will generate an HTML document that can present this data, which you can download and edit. So currently Wikxhibit only supports reading data from Wikidata, and our next plan is to also support editing Wikidata items. Thank you for listening, and feel free to use our tool.